Before we get this week's vlog started, we're actually going to showcase the foot traffic we had from last week. Somehow this was actually misplaced and not used in last week's video, so we're going to add it at the beginning of this one. Welcome to the start of this week's Family Friend Project vlog. We have a second dragon wine holder in the works with a dual color silk, black and red, and this, I can tell you right now, is going to look amazing. Alright, putting the finishing touches on this dragon wine holder. Get some of that gold in there. Again, distant spray. Give it that nice gold shine through. Yeah, let's get it done. All right, so right now we have one of our nieces helping us do the poster boards for our central. We want to do a little pop-up, so we are building that out now in a location specific to just us that we're doing, and we want to see how it does. I don't think anybody has done something like this before, so definitely new territory. Would be cool to have. And eventually, you know, we'll build up a warehouse storefront at some point sooner rather than later. All right now we are packing the order, getting it as secured as possible with really thick bubble wrap. Like I said, we're making extra sure that our package is fully secured. Another little side tip. If you're doing a business and you're ordering stuff already, any kind of wrapping paper or bubble wrap that you get, if it can be reused, reuse it, repurpose it.
We always write a personal letter to thank everyone that orders from us, because we really appreciate everyone who supports our small business. Secure.
Dragon wine holder is nearly complete. It'll be done before we wake up in the morning. It's got a little over 3 hours left. All in all, it's looking quite interesting. All right, the new dragon wine holder is complete and is literally split directly down the middle. This is crazy. I wasn't so sure while it was doing it, but this is crazy down the middle. That is so cool. All right, so right now we have a test print going on. As you can see, we have a little hole for this crystal dragon, and we will show you the finished results. I'm testing the size of the dragon itself and testing out my caliper capabilities to put this little guy on top of a Stanley cup and see how that looks. All right, these are perfectly made. A little bit of stringing cleanup that needs to be done, but the Stanley Cup dragons are ready to mass produce after the test printing, and it went really well. All right, we have our first actual batch Stanley dragons. Well, I don't know what we're gonna call them yet. What do we say we're gonna call them? Stanley dragons? What are we calling them? Stanley dragons? Well, we haven't come up with a name for these guys yet, but we have made the holes in the head for Stanley Cups. All right, we just got back from San Antonio on a day trip. Not sure if we're going to discuss why or why not yet, but here are some of the dragons. The first split of dragons fully done. Well, we got another set of the Stanley Dragon accessories. Anyways, we got another set of that, plus some filament order that just came in, so we're going to unbox that as well. Amanda's putting in the work tonight, finishing up some of the signs. You know, we're doing what we can to create exposure for our business. Some minor little errors, a little bit of blue, but nothing too bad. All right, here's the filament. Let's hop on in here. My mom had gotten a hand of this already. We decided to open up my stuff. The Bambu's new Silk Candy Red. Got some white, got some yellow, gray, black, and Bambu green. All right, finishing the last 3 bodies of the baseball players, and then going to figure out a design to put on one of the A1 Minis and get that going as well. So one of the next products we are going to be releasing is these skull business card holders, because we've been asked hundreds of times about the skull business card holder we have at our markets, but the version we had is from Thingiverse, which we did not have the license for. And again, I will always reiterate, anything that is non-licensed we don't mess with, and everything we do have the license rights to, which this file is on STL Flicks. We have the rights to sell it. That's how we're gonna do it, and that's what we're getting done right now. The players are a go. Skull business card holder is a go. It's gonna be a good night. This will be done by tomorrow. This will be done by tomorrow after midnight. And everything's looking real good on the second business card holder skull. This project is going swimmingly. About to make some bookmarks for the Patreon. So another thing we're doing is we are reorganizing our bins of products. So we have all of our products in the bins that we have them stored in, but we're going to reorganize so we can have them properly done, so we know exactly where everything's at. All right, so we just finished up our business card holders, or one of those, but Amanda really wants these white and red spiders, so we're going to go ahead and get that done right now too. All right, we're going to wrap up this week's video with finishing out doing another tester of one of the heads to see if all the adjustments I've made works. And stay tuned for next week where we get into listing a product to start out the video and see how things unfold.